Uh. What? The chonkiest spiritual warrior on earth. That's crazy. Adamant full helm. That's crazy. Bro, just die. Trying to get over to the other one. As soon as they pull aggro on this werewolf, I just start hitting 500 zeros and just stop doing damage. Like 0.0000200024000. Like, there's a 22. Like, what the hell, man? Well, you gotta make life hard. Get him, werewolf. Get him. Should've brought some super combats. Poisoned mithril spear. I'll hold it for. There we go. Now we're cooking.
Once there everything comes through. I've heard of such a dreamy place. Do you think my broken wings will heal? Hope so, 'cause I can't fly well. I wonder if this rain will stop one day. Someone's been crying all along. No worries, there's only one.
Get body blocked, you nerd.
Get lost, all I have to do is walk. Placed by the name of heaven, promised land. Everyone is awaiting in a very long line. Placed by the name of heaven, there's a comforting light. I don't hesitate, just be guided. I wonder how far I have come, and what have I ever done? Alright, well, I'm sure I'll be there soon. All I have to do is walk. Placed by the name of heaven, the promised land. I wonder what words are waiting for me. Placed by the name of heaven, there's a comfort in that. I don't hesitate, just be guided. I haven't talked to my heart for a long time. When did I stop flying? Is it a wings that
Can drop these monk robes. To even drop a phoenix necklace. Jeez. Mithril plate legs for days. Oh, we can actually. Oak longbow. Oak longbow, unstrung. Leather gloves. Leather gloves. So many mithril plate legs. A werewolf shredded that mage. Wish I could do that. Must be nice. Must be nice to have like 87 Slayer. Black kite shield. Is that better than? Decant this for restore as well. You gonna turn on me? Yeah. This mage is standing in the worst spot, blocking the knights from actually attacking. So many plate legs. I want to drop this restore. Is it worth the money? Just eat food, I guess. I'd rather have the money than food right now. I am short on sorties, but we can just fish up some sorties. I need to do some tempo Ross anyway, so. Might do a little tempo Ross. Ithril X. Could use this 3 prayer pot, 3 sipper. Oh, I'm up to enough. Could go fight Ceradoman boss. Nope, I can't because I'm not high enough. Agility. 4 levels off, I think. Also, stomp my ass right now. I have so many mithril plate legs. Why did I not bring Alk stuff? Oh, Adam in full helm. I think that's better than... I'm just dropping this restore potion. Why did I not bring gnats? Oh, I'm dead. JK. Body runes? Body rune. I fucking joke to you? I don't love spending this prayer pot because I know I can take... I know I can do another 32 without sipping. Okay. It was rather rude. I'm just gonna sip. Fuck it. I have like 300 Raynars. Dude, that knight is smoking that werewolf. Oh my gosh. Man does not miss. But they killed each other. I'm just gonna burn through some prayer just to have one more inventory slot. Need chivalry. Not high enough for piety, but see, there's the plate legs. Once again. I need to start bringing, like, not all my runes. Or no, that's not. I just need to start bringing gnats. I need a freaking rune pouch is what I need. Nope. Almost hit the werewolf. Don't want that. Adamant full helm. Worth more than the mithril plate legs. Am I just eating? Yes, I am. 20 left. Werewolf is getting clapped. Where are you going? Kill that mage. Let me get his boots. Let me get his boots off ya. I'm sipping. Ten left. 9 left. Probably gonna do Morning's End Part 2 today, and Land of the Goblins. End of the Goblins is for a hard clue step I have. I think I have everything I need. Need to check if I have Toad Flax. I do. Plate legs. We're about full. Unless they drop like a rune long, or I'll drop some plate legs for a daddy full helm, but about it. the warriors smack this werewolf. Like, way more than the mage does, it feels like. You would think the mage would be the one doing the damage. Five more. Oh, Rune Helper. That's pretty good. That's shmoney. That is shmoney. Three left. I didn't realize I had everything I needed for this task. Like, I didn't realize I had an unholy blessing and I just had to go pick up monk robes. Thought I needed something else for Saradomin. Robes make this so easy. I lucked out getting the unholy blessing. That makes this place so bearable and easy even. Makes it free. All right. Need to do Nightwave's training ground also. It's time to get Chivalry. A little bit a ways off from Piety, but Chivalry is still good. Look at that beast. Okay. 290. Okay, that means one more task and I get broader fletching. Okay. I'm not gonna do Neve here. Neve might give me something I don't like. The worst thing I could get from Chaeldar is like Steel Dragons, I think. But that's even mostly fine. If I do get Steel Dragons, I'll probably have to do Morning's End. accidentally out my zombie axe. That would be really fun. Really good money from that. What are these? I don't remember these trees here. What is happening? No, these trees definitely were not here, right? Ripping? 82 worms. Bruh. 82 worms. These, do wormlings count? I'm doing wormlings. Yeah, I'm doing wormlings. Worm drops are good, but I don't even think I can... How... Boots of stone? I could buy the boots of stone. Is it worth it to kill these worms? I have to range them, right? They do magic and melee. But you have to stay at a distance. The dragon harpoon, though. And red d'hide chaps. I need those. I think. I already have the... Oh, man. What do I want to do? I don't know if I have enough bolts right now. That's the whole point of doing this, so I could get broader fletching and then have enough bolts. That is such a pain in my ass. If I had 10 more Slayer points, I could get broader fletching and easily slay worms. But the worms task is, once it's done, like stuck in a pickle here. I can get the boots of stone, and then oh, red d'hide chaps. Yeah. Oh no, I already have red d'hide chaps. That would be like a major thing. Okay. Other than that, it's just money. I'm not gonna hit the dragon harpoon. There's no way, right? Okay, we're just gonna slay wormlings. That's in the that's in the moons of the moons thing, right?
And is if Gen G is willing to be a bit more creative, there is all.
Okay. there anything I need to know? Max hit 5. No. They have decent melee defense. I could use Earth. They have 622 Chaos Room. How many worms is it? Like freaking 82. They are 50% weak to Earth. It's like kind of a big deal. Just bring Bolt. Probably. Isn't there a way to restore? I can eat the food in there, right? I don't need to bring anything as far as food goes. They're effing effer. Okay. Why do we have shit like spinach roll and sandwiches and bread? I need to clean this up. Cooked meat? Are you serious? Get out of here. Cooking gauntlets. Yeah, but also cocktail glass. Are you serious? Licking my balls with that. Raw scramps. Get them out. To clean up my bank. That was no doubt given to me by Sandwich. Okay, let's just bring... Lava Battle Staff is fire and earth. That's fine. Had a dust staff. I feel like I'm missing something. I guess not. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Oh, pants. Proselyte. Okay. Actually, let's just do... Be good as far as food and supplies go. Okay. I think I'm good. Do I need to bring a net or anything? Do they have everything right there? I don't remember. $85 for the... Be able to cook my own. Buy crates, cook. Off me, you lizard. Stinky lizard. Oh, fuck me. I don't remember needing anti-poison. Might have just done this when I was high enough combat to not aggro those, though. I'm trying to... Maybe you can craft anti-poison right at that spot there. I don't really remember. It's been a minute since I've done that. I need to do this, too. I need to get the blood gear. I have really everything I need. Okay, that was really unlucky that there was a lizard. Pig from fishing supply crate, right? Big net. Herb lore. Let me remember how to do this. Squash the grubs. Moonlight potion. Yep. Okay. That is combat plus. Okay. Coming back to me. Give me a minute here. Then I can fish. I think there's all this stuff in the room that I'm trying to go to as well. Oh, let's cook it. I think there's a cooking stove at that. I just need to... This is the one I know. Okay. Honestly, I could just make moonlight potions and pray. I don't even need the fish. But I do want to go to the Earthbound Cavern. I think it's this way. Yeah. Pile of water. Grubbies. Yeah. I don't even need the fish. Okay. Alright, we're chilling. I guess I'll sit for the combat. this is a free task. $36. Not even max. $37. What is my max? These buffs. Oh yeah, this was a way better way to do it. I don't even need the fish. $40. That's nice. Bruh. I was about to use magic for this. Oh, real? It's actually really good strength XP. Man, this task sucked before they added this place. Now it's lit. Two shot. Oh my god. Smacking ass word. Me 1 XP. Yeah, no. I'd have to bury 1100 of these wormling bones for a level. Hell no. Not worth the clicks. Not worth the clicks. I'll just go get a bunch of guards. The blessed Sunfire lines. Already halfway done with the task. Very nice.
Can have so much first, as we already called out, kind of the Seekers, is going to make things a bit more difficult for Gen G. And if they do get any sort of advantage in these fights, that's where I am looking at Ruler's Callista to be able to do more sustained damage over time with her Ren stacks.
The tension, because if Gen G get like Otacon, win a fight, that might be all they need to just break this game down. Again, get into that controlling position. We saw them get into T1. Already wanting to bring us to a game number 5. Silver scrapes between these two. I think anyone is going to be complaining about that.
Except for Gen G.
Love the game.
Love the game.
You think
Difficult
they'd say
position.
that?
They've played a lot of game 5s.
This is true.
That's true. T1. Briefly at a man disadvantage as Gen G try to vie for control here. Ruler taking a bit of poke, but has sustained courtesy of the way the room thing is. Chovy tries to get things kicked off. Flash and the ulti used, but does manage to get Flash out of Faker. Meantime, Greg is still just pushing on the top side. Chovy going in, looking for the charm, doesn't connect, anticipating a backstep that wasn't there. Faker stone cold, just keeps walking.
And the rest of T1 also not phased. Doran is just pushing in topside. Will be getting the first turret there.
They get the boots.
Nicely done from T1, just kind of dragging that out, right? As they were both posturing, poking around. Doran ends up taking that top tier 1, and now he's TPing into the bot side to push this wave in, but also potentially he can look for a flank here.
Definitely can for now, marked by Chovy, but Chovy ultless. Fight to come. Guma stepping up big damage onto Doro. And T1 are just chipping away at Gen G's cooldowns. They got the tower, Doran. They got the ulti, and now Doran hungry for a little bit more. For now, just zoning off as the objective has started. Sole point for T1 in their eyes.
We see them posturing, maybe looking towards a play for that Otacon, but it's on vision. Owner very easily can get access. Carrier and Faker already making their way over, and T1 kind of doing to Gen G what Gen G did to them in game number 3, just slowly choking them out of the game.
Yeah, and the threat for the picks that can come through from T1, but in addition, the poke damage coming out of this Corki has actually been really crucial. That's what kind of pushed Gen G, pressured them off of that mid wave, allowed T1 to immediately go in. Now they're on soul point. Gen G were not able to trade a tier 1 up here, right? They didn't leave the Poppy there to take that down. So really nice map play from T1, kind of whittling down these health bars enough that they could go in and take control.
Completely agree, and it's so frustrating if you're Ruler. You draft this knowing the Corki is already there, expecting probably that it goes into bot lane, although it was technically a flex. You get the early advantages. You find the early kill. You have better pressure, but it just has not mattered after we've gotten out of that lane phase. Gumayushi just seems so much more powerful. The poke leveraged so well, and now Gen G want to up the pace of the game. They've started the Otacon. Carry a quick control ward over the wall to spot what's happening here. And Gen G just backing off, but perhaps baiting the trap. T1 don't have perfect information. The ward doesn't spot far enough. Now Doran will see what's happening. Chovy waiting over the wall. Flash in from the Gragas, getting things ticked up. For now, Ruler on touch on the backside. Canyon already out of the fight. And keep your eyes on Ruler as he starts to run rampant. Throws Duro back into the mix of the entire exchange. Ruler ready to take over, but the knockback is huge! Ruler goes down, buys a couple extra seconds. They need to finish off Doran so he can live, and then manage to make it work. Gen G holding on. 2 stacks up for Chovy. Retreat going in. Big damage from Guma as the big one finds its target. Keen off on the side. Gets feared up, locked up. Owner finding the kill. The charm onto Faker is big, but it's not enough damage to finish the job.
Gen G read the engage to come through from Doran. They're ready, and the counterpunch is lethal.
And the most important thing is that Faker wasn't there for that
Guma
fight, right? His TP hadn't come up, so he had to end up walking all the way up to Otacon, where T1 were contesting. He was a little bit late there, so they didn't have that kind of shockwave to be able to add on. As you see, Faker is still down here on the map, and it's going to take him a while to get in.
A little bit of extra damage, a shockwave there as Doran find that engage. That could have been the game winner. That could have just been it. They get Otacon, they're able to make the play work. Instead, they are able to knock away the Nocturne. Orianna isn't in any point in this fight, and the build, I want you to look at the timing right there. That stopwatch almost ends up winning the fight for T1, but instead Ruler gets the reset. He stays alive. Keen happily gives his life because now Otacon goes the way of Gen G, but it's not enough of a win, a decisive fight win for Gen G. T1 still on the lead, and they currently still sitting on soul point.
You're right, it's not decisive enough, and in fact it's scary, because even when Faker wasn't there and you knock Owner out of the fight entirely, you still lost in terms of raw damage. You lost in the context of champion v champion, you did get the objective, and that is something for Gen G, but it's not getting easier.
Yeah, I think it gets really scary, and as we see, even though Canyon had kind of a good start, right? Owner has pretty much like stayed even or almost ahead. He actually did hit 2 items first. He'll be able to contest really, really well, especially when he's able to shut off the lights and kind of create chaos. So Gen G won't be able to necessarily find the target selection that they want, right? So after a pretty good start for this Zed and Kalista, it's looking really scary for Gen G.
I want to highlight as well, Chovy just continually going for these plays. It really reminds me of what Faker did on the Silas, right? The amount of ease and change he missed didn't end up mattering. He was still able to make big impact, and Chovy has been very vocal. These two players have just been at the heart of so much of the LCK's narrative, right? The back and forth. Chovy wants to have the same level of consistent clutch. As we said at the top of the day, it's the most clutch player of all time versus the current best player in Chovy. Thus far, the charms haven't been hitting, but he has been fishing. And how fitting would it be if T1 are then able to just respond in a way that Chovy still can't find what he's looking for.
And Faker's going to be able to clean up this bot tier 1 as well, while they're posturing around mid, right? They're getting poke damage down. Guma and Carry are starting to look really scary, and they've been able to pressure and kind of force Gen G to respond, while Faker just takes a free turret on the bot side.
T1 keeping the siege going in mid lane as well. Really just unafraid of what Gen G have. Other than the charm, all of their engage so very telegraphed. And I think it's a good highlight, right? And we've seen Faker expected to be beaten out in mid lane, potentially handedly by Chovy if he was in peak form, but they've just kept putting him on these control mages, and despite the fact that Gen G clearly know what's coming, they really just have not been able to break this mid lane open. Is now good initial start to the fight, but there's no follow-up. Doran can't get past the minion line. Doesn't have flash.
Ruler with Terminus, he's strong, but sitting on only half health.
A lot of poke damage onto Ruler. Should be able to get them prio. Drake is up, but Gen G are headed towards this top side and onto this Baron.
Ready to kick things off. That little ward, that sliver of health might be the difference. Canyon waiting over the wall. Duro needs a good ulti here. Shockwave into the midst of the team is a decent start to the fight. Duro managing to get the ult out. It's chaos in the pit. The shutdown onto Owner is crucial. AK on the Baron and it's dropping. T1 want to keep this fight going. They don't want to risk the 50-50. They shouldn't have to. 5K, eyes on the prize for Gen G. It's a split call. Chovy starts to dive to the backline. 2K on the objective. Doran in the midst of everything. He can't get it done. In the end, the Baron goes to the side of Gen G. They found their moment and they took it.
That looked so dicey for Gen G. Initially, they're able to get Owner out, damage him enough that they could stay on that Baron.
Ooh, the Rebel Baron power play there for Gen G. Can they use it to get back to the Drake in time? Because getting Drake, but giving over, or rather getting Baron, giving over Soul, I don't think is worth the empowered bases, plus the fact that the jungler is dead, should mean that they get this. And Gen G, powerful counterpunch this deep into the game.
Yeah, you see they're pinging on it. Faker is going to be able to clear up this tier 1 in mid, but they're already TPing in. They really need to get this. Nocturne is back on the board, though, and Owner's ult is almost back up.
3 seconds and counting. Shockwave there as well. Flash ability for Owner if he wants to go over the wall, but 50-50 doesn't seem a likely story with Kalista in the game. Instead, Gen G take down the Drake. Get themselves to 2. T1 still at soul point, but they'll also knock down the mid lane tower, and this is where the Red Bull Baron power play really can start to open up the gold lead for the side of Gen G.
Canyon now fully online as well, has the Serpent's Fang available. As we take another look, I think that T1 pulled the trigger on the combo too early, because yes, they get on top with perfect timing of Ruler, but look at the ult that comes through from Duro that just stalls for so long. They turn onto Owner in a split second, and Ruler is just spearing up behind all of this.
Yeah, the Kalista is able to get all those Ren stacks in, and also importantly, the Poppy punted out Faker. So they did get the combo off, but then again, he had to walk back in to continuously do damage in this fight, and that ends up being a massive difference maker.
A little bit of frustration. Joy from Helper, unsurprisingly.
We need a helper cam.
That was the shortest response of Joy I've ever seen. He was immediately back locked in.
But I think a little bit of story time for Gen G, because it was Game 4 last year, semifinals. Keen, completely monstrous. It was Canyon on Nidalee, a similar champ that we don't always expect to see, finding a way back, finding these fights, and it was little missteps that ended up costing them that game. Now here, in a much better, much more comfortable position. Match point belonging to them. See now if they can close it out or if T1 can weather the storm.
And T1 re-engage is still there. And after Spect, Faker sitting on his actual Zhonya's, but Doran has just been stuck on components for a while.
And Poppy isn't here, so this is a 4v5 with the 5 base defense from T1. While Ruler is going to end up joining Keen in that mid lane, they're going to try to keep pushing these tier 2 turrets down.
Unfortunately for Gen.G, even with Nash, their siege isn't
Yeah.
great, right? Like, we
Very
have,
short range,
it's
yeah.
very, very short range. If they can get onto a turret, particularly with Kalista, they can get through it quickly. But you can see T1 have a ton of range wave clear. They're using it very, very well. Maybe looking for a pick, but T1, they're not going to fall for that.
I did not mean to take that
Do
test.
your due diligence.
That's
Charm
fine.
gonna hit. Ulti across the top. Doran rooted up at a good response. Ulti coming in from Owner. Means that there's nothing that Gen.G can do to try and finish that kill.
We go again. Shockwave's still up.
Shockwave connecting onto Doro. Decent poke damage. Keen from behind manages to knock the Gragas out of the picture. Owner might be in trouble, but Keen not able to get down the follow-up. We'll just back away.
All I need is feathers,
Yeah,
right?
no follow-up. You can tell how eager Gen.G are to just get a little bit more of an advantage so they can start to break open more towers, but they cannot find it.
And without the Baron buff, they just can't siege. So it's either diving, which obviously, even with, if he got 2 people,
Dun, dun, dun. All right. All right. My feathers at. Feather. There are tab 7. Have 100 is I guess a start. You know, I'm just gonna go. I gotta fish some sorties, then go get a fire cape. I have plenty of arrows. Okay, broad bolts. Broad bolts. Is that good fletching experience? That's not. Wonder. Okay, let's go do it again. When did I fletch? I'm gonna go buy some more just to see what the XP is. not mean to pick that task up. I guess black demons are fine though, and it's every 10th, right? So it's only 2 points. Fine. It's fine. And I probably should do Chaeldar a few times, like until 30, so I can so I don't get any tasks that I need to. Might be better this way. $84K XP an hour, that's pretty good. Click intensive, but XP per hour. $180K XP an hour. So yeah, it's actually going way up. It's like 200K XP an hour. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, we have broad bolts. This is a long time coming. Glad I got that figured out. Finished broad bolts. Make them every time I. Emerald bolts. Headless arrows. Keep the arrow shafts. Gonna use like steel arrow tips? Probably not. Okay. Cleaning up my bank as I go. Like all these bronze arrows and stuff. Raining bow. Raining bow. I do like it for the eye. It should be better. Even better. Magic bow there. Okay. I just made 102K worth of broad bolts. I guess I spent a decent 5K, 50K. Yeah, bought 145. It is profit if or a main though. Okay. Stuff away, put the feathers away. What do I want to do now? Do I do morning? Do morning's end. Damn. Level 70 with a glory. Damn. 66 crafting. Must be nice. Dragon. I think somebody picked up my steel arrow tips and then. Yep. It sure did. I could do Tempo Ross, I could do Morning's End. I could do End of the Goblins.